Hi, it's Jess here from nigers.co.uk. Thank you for joining me today. I'm here with another on-stage make and take and with my usual slight take on it. So this is from the is it called Free as a Bird bundle? Yeah, Free as a Bird bundle. So you get a stamp set and these lovely dies. They're like stitched nested labels, which are really cool. In the suite you've got the stamp set, the nesting ladles, you've got the DSP, which I shall show you. There is a Bird Ballad laser cut cards and a tin, which is quite special. Then you've got some lacy trim, which I've got here, which I shall be using on the card. Can you see that? And then you've got some little trinkets as well. Don't have any of them, but they look quite lovely. And that's it a little bit more up close. So we had the stamp set to use, so I've stamped that bird image and I've stamped the thank you to use, and I'll just give you a quick flick through the papers. So as you can imagine, it's called Bird Ballad, so yeah, lots and lots of birds. Some people fussy cut these, so there's loads to choose from, and this is quite good because it gives you some ideas of how to colour your birds in. I mean, on this one we've just coloured them all in yellow, stuck to the same sort of colour as the background paper, but you can colour them in all different colours. I do like the colour palette in this. Feathers are lovely. That goes a little bit with that paper pumpkin that we managed to get in the UK here. I really like that. I'm not a pink person, but I love that shade of pink. Petal pink, lovely. And that's the sheet that we're using in this. No, it's not. Yes, it is. That's the sheet we're using in this card today. And then on the other side, we have some plainer colours. So if you're not into birds, then you've got these other ones to use as well. Okay, so let's get on and make the card. So we had a reel of ribbon and we had some blends on the table. We had the stamp set and we had the make and take kits. Now, American size cards are different to ours, so we had a piece of DSP that was cut the American way, and then we got given an extra sheet that would actually fit perfectly on the front of our card, but I didn't want to do that. So what I've done is I've taken the stitched rectangles and I've taken the largest one and I've cut that out because I want to add a little bit of interest. Didn't want it to completely cover over. I've done my stamping. I decided to do a thank you card. I tend to make thank you cards on stage because then I can give them as customer thank yous sort of early on, so that my customers get to see a bit of new product. However, I didn't quite get round to finishing it. I went on a week's holiday immediately from on stage, and so I just haven't actually had the time. So I'm going to stick that on there, and then I'm going to cut this and this with some more stitched framelits, and I'm going to show you how I do that. But first we're going to get colouring. So the colours, I've got Daffodil Delight light and dark and Old Olive light and dark, and that's all I'm using. I'm going to use this to sort of help me with some shading, although I'd probably be able to work it out, and I will speed this bit up. I'll do it in a time lapse. So that's me colouring in. It's not perfect. I've gone over the lines a little bit, but that'll have to do. And so I wanted to use the stitch framelits to cut this. So that one there going down 4 is the right width, but it's not the right length. So I'm going to cut this out that way, and then I'm going to show you how I'm going to sort of resize it. So that's cut out now. There, trim those bits off. So we've left with the side there that's not cut. So I'm going to take a die that's bigger than it, and then I'm just going to line that up like that and feed that back through, and cut the end off like that, so you won't have the nice corner. But if I've done it before and I wasn't clever enough, you might be, but I've done it before where I've fed it back down to get that corner. But if it's really hard to line these stitches up, and I ended up with 2 rows. So I'm just going to do it that way. I don't think it matters too much. Okay, so I'm just going to line it across there. So there we are. So I put it on the inside, made it easier for running through. And there you have it. And I don't think you really notice that much that it's not got the corners in. So that'll go nicely across there like that. It is a tad wider, but not massively so, and I quite like it like that. So I'm going to do the same with the sentiment. So I'm going to cut that out like that, and then I will use a bigger one to slice it down like that. And so that's the little thank you cut out. How cute. So you can do that with any sentiment that you like, really. So now I've got that like that, I can wrap this round, this ribbon round. What I've done with it, so I can just put it around the end of this, and then it's got something to secure on, so I shall just trim that. Cool. And then put some dimensionals on the back of this to stick down, so it's going to go over that slightly, so I might put a glue dot to hold that down. Because you're not going to see it. Saves it flapping in the wind. So let's glue this in place before I stick the top on. So if you shop with me, you never know, you might get this card. As I say, I usually make my make and takes as a thank you. So so I've got some ready to send out. And yeah, so this will be all set to send out next month to anybody that shops with me this month. So this could be you. The other cards I make might be different, I haven't decided. Go up a bit. Not sure if you get this one. It's a bit smudged. But I can't do another one because I don't have the stamp set. And I could cover that up with a few gems actually, couldn't I? So stick the thank you there. It's actually got a little bit of a bow tied, but I'm not going to do that. I might get some gems, pearls in fact. Let's do some pearls. And I've got Old Olive near me. Oh look, I've got some already coloured in Old Olive. There, I might use those. They're a bit big. I want to use the little ones. So let's colour some little pearls. Oh, they're the ones that, these are the old style, and these are stuck together, so you can like put them down the middle of a butterfly for a body. But the ones that we've now got are separated, but I still add some left. There we are. Stick a pearl there. Stick one there. Covers a few of those smudges. It would look odd if I put this one there, I think. So just going to have to live with that smudge. Put that there. There we go. And that is my card. Slightly different again from the Make and Take. Oh, got to finish the bit in the middle, haven't I? Oh, I haven't cut my card to go in the middle. So these are how I cut my first layer mat if I was matting on a card, to go in the middle. Oh, let's slice a bit of the DSP. So I love slice a bit off the end there, and then we can cut this. Oh no, I'll just stick it on and I'll trim it. Blobby blobby. There we go. Let's just cut this off. There, just gives you a nice little finishing touch on the inside of your card. Yeah, so there should be appearing fairly soon a little subscribe button, so I'd be delighted if you subscribe to my channel. I know lots of people watch who aren't subscribed, but it'd be lovely if you did. And then there's also a little circle that should, or it might be a square, I think it's a circle, that takes you to the actual blog post on my website that relates to this, where you see lots of close-up photos. And cool, how nice, I like that, the way it goes with the card. and then you'll find details of my shop if you wish to purchase anything. So yes, so if you haven't got a demonstrator and you'd like one, then I'd be delighted to send you a free copy of the catalogue. Okay, there is a request form over on my blog as well, or you can just message me. Okay, see you again soon. Bye bye.